Hello, hello. So glad to see everyone. Hello. So glad everyone's able to make it tonight. Tonight is a subscription only, as I promised. So here we are. Oh, thank you, Miss Karen. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Raider Mom. Michaela, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Hello. It's so good to see everyone here. So I wasn't too far off my class. I always say I have high hopes of my classes always ending on time, but there's always so many questions that, all right, so we're going to start with Karen here, asked for her mom, Patricia, so we can see what we got going on here. Okay. Thank you, Charissa. Thank you for asking that. I appreciate that. It's been a day, I'll tell you that. I don't think the pathology on my is going to be what I thought it was, so I appreciate the big hugs. So, Karen, whenever I'm trying to call up your mom, Patricia, I'm getting someone. Did your mom smoke? She either smoked or she had a lot of smoke around her. I'm also seeing someone who, like her hair, she just makes me want to get my hair in place. Yeah, and you know what? That's after I was about to say, it's like, no, she definitely smoked, because I'm seeing also she is showing me on the cigarette, she would wear lipstick, and you could see the outline of the cigarette, the lipstick on her cigarettes. And also, Karen, what she's showing me, which is not really relevant, you've already determined, I always had her hair done, and you've already determined that she smoked, but she's showing me, did she, I was trying to, she's showing me a red pack. Like, did was her cigarette pack red? I mean, it doesn't really matter because you already said that she did smoke, and you said everything else. I was just wondering about this red pack. She was showing it to me so definitively. She is very much talking about, Karen, you have just really had a tough year. And Winston's red pack. Okay, thank you. I almost said Marlboro, and she stopped me, but I could very much feel that it was a red pack of cigarettes. Very good for your mom. She did a really good job. Look at her go. She is talking about just what a tough year you've had. And you know what she actually showed me Phoenix Rising, which is my sign for someone who is just really been knocked down, which we all get knocked down, but you are really in the process of healing and coming up. And she was talking about what a great job you're doing. You're being way too hard on yourself. You think that you don't feel all that strength on the outside. But, oh, it keeps lagging. Am I lagging for you?
No, not at all.
Huh, someone on here said that was...
Yeah, you're actually frozen.
Oh, damn. Here I am. Oop. Am I unfrozen?
You're not, but I see comments coming through. And Karen's too sick, been really sick.
Your mom is talking about, okay, so I was asking, what are we going to do about this? What about this, her being sick? She's very much talking about, okay, so I'm going to do something. So everyone watching this, I'm going to show y'all, and your mom, so Karen, especially you, but everyone else watching, I'm going to show y'all something, and it's a demonstration on the importance of protection. Now, I'm going to have everyone on here, and I know it's going to be tough, but I'm going to have everyone on here throw negative energy at me. So if you're watching this, if you're interested in just understanding how energy works and how protection works, play along with me. I know it will be tough, but I'm about to put a protection. I'm going to do 2 different times. Okay, so I now have a protection in place. I want everyone to kind of look at me, look at my screen, and throw negative energy at me. Just look at me and think negative things. I know it's going to be tough for some of you, but play along with my game, and please do it. Especially you, Karen, because your mom is very much telling me that you need to understand protection. Oh, some of you are doing it. I can feel it coming my way. Okay. Yeah, some of y'all are pretty powerful. I can feel that. Good on you. Okay, so now I want y'all to sit with that for a moment and think about how that felt. I know, I know. Okay, I'm gonna try to think about how that felt. Now I am going to try. I'm gonna put up my normal protection, and then I'm gonna describe the difference between the two. Okay, so now I have what I normally protect with in place, and I want y'all to do it again. I want y'all to throw some negative energy at me so you can see the difference between it. I know.
That's sweet.
Okay. Okay, so now, for the ones of you who could do it, I know it's tough. What you should have felt the first time around when you threw the negative energy at me. So, Karen, if you're listening, your mom was really wanting me to demonstrate this for you because you need to protect. So the first time I protected is what most people protect with, which I don't use, but is a disco ball. And the reason I don't use a disco ball because whatever someone throws at you comes back at you. So now if you were able to throw negative energy at me, then you would have felt the first time around, you would have felt kind of negativity coming back at you. You might not would have felt good in your solar plexus. You would have just felt kind of crummy. And that's what a disco ball does. Now, what I do is protect with love. And so when you protect with love, your negativity hits my ball of love and just kind of dissipates. So you would have felt kind of a void, and you would have felt something just, you wouldn't have felt much at all the second time around. So Karen, your mom is very much wanting me to demonstrate that because you need to really start putting some kind of protection around you. I will tell you the vast majority of psychic mediums I know and people I know use a disco ball. It's easy. You just envision yourself walking into a disco ball. I don't use it because if y'all felt that, you would have felt negativity coming back at you. I protect with love so that it transmutes the negative energy being sent to me. It transmutes it in something else. So how you would do that, Karen, is first you can use a disco ball. How I protect with love is I bring the white light of God down, whatever your word for that is, divine. I use God, and I just bring it down, and I envision the love going through my body and surrounding myself. And the trick to it is strengthening it. And so once you have yourself surrounded with this ball of love, then you just picture a couple of things being thrown at your ball and being bounced off. So make sure you're doing some of that, Karen. That tells me that there is someone around you who kind of sucks and drains your energy. Just the fact that your mom was very much talking about that. Sometimes when our energy is low, we feel bad. And make sure you're getting a lot of rest, she is saying. You have not been resting. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Who's next, CJ?
Adrian, Uncle Ricky.
Adrian, Uncle Ricky. Okay. Instantly, the gentleman I have stepping up is you're welcome, Karen, anytime. So, make sure you're listening, Adrian. When I call Ricky up, what I'm getting is someone who was very handsome. He thought he was handsome. He was very charming. He was very much the life of the party, but not in a big kind of way, but he made everyone feel at home. He made everyone feel at ease. I can see him very much going around and talking to different people and making sure everyone was good. He's also showing me that he kind of liked the ladies a lot. Okay, so Adrian, if you're on here, please let us know if this fits your Uncle Ricky. If not, we will see who this gentleman belongs to. I'm not seeing her on here. Are you seeing her?
Not in a minute. She was here just a minute ago.
I am not seeing Adrian step up, so we might have a spirit up for grabs. Okay. Adrian, did you see her?
yet.
Okay. Adrian must not. Oh, there you are.
Oh, there she is.
Thank you,
She said
Adrian.
yes.
I was about to give your spirit away, honey. Okay, so she said yes, confirming the information. You know what? He's also, I don't think that this is relevant to his message, but he is showing me trees. Like this gentleman liked trees. Adrian, do you live around a lot of trees? He's making me feel like that you need to ground. I mean, we have these spirits. See, now why all these spirits are talking all this spiritual stuff is I was teaching an angel class right before I walked into this live, and we had done a big meditation, and we were just opening up the floodgates. Adrian, he's very much talking about that you need to start grounding more, that you're starting to feel kind of what I call airy-fairy, where you're feeling kind of lightheaded and out of sorts. And when you're feeling like that, it's go outside and connect with nature. He's also talking about you are feeling overwhelmed with life right now, and he's showing me you making a list. You like to make lists? He said make a list. It'll make you feel better. He is saying that he is around you all the time. And so as an uncle, sometimes we feel like that they're kind of disconnected from us. But just know that this gentleman is around you all the time. And as you well know, I don't let spirits say that they're around you all the time. They have to prove it. And when I say prove it, he is showing me that you have recently, this is so odd, you have recently walked outside. It was like, you know how when you can walk through a swarm of like those little gnats? No, he did not send the gnats to you, but he shows me you kind of walking through those and doing this, like you're fanning things away from you. And that's just a sign showing me something that I wouldn't have known that had happened, that he is around you all the time. Also, he's showing me someone around you. I don't know if it's you, Adrian, or someone else, but someone's been having a little bit of a car issue. They've been having some car problems. I really hate car problems. Ugh, they're such a pain in the rear. Not only finding someone who will fix them right for you, but where you drive while your car is being fixed. So he is showing me. It's on here earlier, but I had to log back in, lagging. Has she come back up and said anything?
Not lately. Nope.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Adrian, for letting me read your uncle. Hopefully that resonated with you. I haven't seen you on here in just a second.
Oh, there she is. I stepped in and as in my car for 8 months. I recently got it back.
Oh, okay. I was very much feeling that. Okay, very good. Like, which, he is very, uncles, when you wrote that, Adrian, he very much is talking about making sure you're putting up some healthy boundaries. I don't know what that's about. I'm sure you do, but make sure you're putting up some healthy boundaries and standing in your truth, he's saying. Also, I'm feeling that car needs a tune-up. There's something off with it. So pay attention if you have any knocks or little, he's showing me oil and spark plugs. All the things that make me think of a tune-up is what he's showing me. So make sure you have it checked out. I feel like there's something off with it. All right. Thank you, Miss Adrian, for letting me read your uncle. And make sure you have that car checked out. There's something I feel like you need. It needs an oil change. And he's showing me spark plugs. There's something a little bit off with it. Do we have someone else?
That girl, Dan. Uncle James.
Uncle James. Who was the person? That girl who?
That girl, Dan. That girl, Dan Moore.
Okay. That girl, Dan?
Yes.
Uncle James. All right. So, okay. So when I think it's Danny. Danny. It could be. That girl, Danny. All right, that girl, Danny, if you're on here about to start, I'm trying to pull up your Uncle James. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Uncle James, the person stepping up when I call him, confirm or deny, evidential mediumship, so we have to make sure that I have the right person. I'm getting a country guy. This guy grew up in the country, loved the country. He's showing me trees and all the things that go on with country living. He's also showing me pine trees, but I'm wondering if pine trees are not more related to you than him. I'm just getting that feeling for him. Also, he is, do you know, did he die of something in his like chest? He's just all of a sudden making me feel like I have an elephant on my chest and I need to cough a lot, like I have something in my throat. So, does that sound like your Uncle James? That girl Danny? If you're on here, that girl Danny. All right, I'm not seeing Danny on here. Looks like we might have a spirit up for grabs. Have you seen her?
Not yet.
All right, about to give the spirit away.
There she is. Yes, past lung cancer, husband and I looking to relocate to the Gulf Shores.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I felt like it was something. So she did confirm he died of lung cancer, which is the like I say, was trying to make me feel coughing and like there's an elephant on my chest. And y'all were talking about relocating. You know, he is very much okay. He's saying that the relocation is going to be a good thing for you. I thought that he, you know, people mentioned Gulf Shores, that hurricane. I'm kind of like, oh, you might want to rethink that. But he is very much making me feel like that will be a good move for y'all. Y'all kind of need a fresh start. You and your husband, wherever y'all are. I don't know if you're around family or some friends, but there's kind of a drag being created on y'all's energy and on your lifestyle where you currently live. The Gulf Shores will be a really good start for you. Do you work with children, that girl Danny? Have you thought about working with children? He's showing me a daycare. This is one of those times I wish you were right here in front of me. So it's so much easier when you're right there and we can back and forth real quick. He's very much showing me like a daycare. And so do you know what that's about? Do you work with kids? Are you thinking about working with kids? He is also talking about that your husband is like he's not really getting paid what he's worth right now. So I'm not sure if he's being given more responsibility and not more money, but he is very much showing me that your husband is not getting paid for his worth. So if you want to kind of mention that to your husband and see if that resonates with him. Show me that your husband is not someone who typically he'll stand up for other people quickly, but when it comes to promoting himself and self-promoting. Okay, very good. You had you work in healthcare, but someone contacted you to interview working in a school. Very good. Okay. So that would be a really good move for you. I know that you probably are kind of hesitant. I knew that was seen as daycare for a reason. It would be less stressful, I'm hearing. Like less stressful, less hours. Really look into that. Think about it. And then make sure you talk to your husband about. That's so interesting. I work at a daycare in Spirit. I want to connect to as a Danny too. That is very interesting. Maybe we should do her next. Okay, hold on. We're going to do her next. Adore.
Her name is Amber.
Oh, good. Amber. I was like, I could not make out your screen name. Okay, so she wants to connect to a Danny and works in a daycare. Okay, so that girl Danny, make sure you're talking to your husband about making you standing up for himself and promoting himself and getting paid for his worth. Your uncle is showing me that there's been a lot more responsibility kind of laid on your husband, but the compensation has not kept up with it. So talk to him about that. All right, we are going to pop over to Amber, who is looking for a Danny, who works in a daycare. You know, when I'm calling up Danny, I'm feeling like he was a friend of yours. And y'all did a lot of partying together. He is also, I mean, not hardcore partying, but y'all just could tell each other everything. I just feel I feel such a calmness, like when I tap into him and y'all's relationship. Like y'all could tell each other anything. Y'all could just, no judgment in y'all's friendship. This Danny is for Amber. That's not her scream name, but this is for Amber. Also, Amber, he's talking about you really need to go back to school. Like you had started your education. There's some education you need to further on your school. And he shows me, I know you said you work in a daycare, but what he shows me is you running your own daycare. And I'm not saying right now. So what he's doing is showing me you going to school. You really need, oh yeah, you really do need to go. So she's confirming that. She's like, I really do need to go back. You really do. It's like, now I'm feeling, there's lots of, oh good, you said that's your goal. That is your goal, to own your own senator, and you've never told anyone that. I'm very much feeling that you would do really well at it. You are very good with people, but you need the street cred of what that degree is going to give you. So please make sure you go back. I mean, I know a lot of people, I put out a video, TikTok one time actually encouraging people to go back to school. And I couldn't believe I got hate off of encouraging people to go back to school. All kinds of people popping on there saying, oh, you don't need a degree to make good money. Most of the time you do. Most of the time, good paying jobs and require some kind of degree. And I did it because school was about to start, and most domestic violence situations have some kind of financial component to them. And there are some people that Danny is showing me that look up to you, Amber. It's like they kind of look at what you're doing and they really admire you. And by you going back to school and starting this business, these people, you're encouraging the people around you and showing them that they can do the same. So make sure you're doing that, fulfilling your dream. Please go back to school and open your own business. I taught at a college level child development, and we need good daycares. We need good people working with kids. It's just such an underfunded area in our society, and I don't think people understand the implications of children who aren't nourished as a toddler and as infants. All right, thank you, Miss Amber, for letting me read your Danny. He came up nice and strong for you. All right. Let me see. We're at a college, universities, preschools have all the professors' kiddos. Oh, good. Good. Very good. Okay. Who next?
Amanda. Boyfriend Eli.
Okay, Amanda, would you have known Eli what are those, vaping? That's what he's doing. He steps up and is instantly showing me a vape. So did he vape? Do you vape? Someone's vaping here. And he is also showing me, he's apologizing, and I'm trying to back him off from his apology because that's more of a message instead of evidence of who he is, but thank you, Melissa. You both do. Okay, thank you, Amanda. Someone said that they hope I was doing well. That's what I was saying. Thank you for. And I could.
We both do.
Okay, and I do appreciate your good thoughts on that. I go for my doctor's appointment tomorrow, which will say what the pathology of my lumpectomy was, which will kind of tell what my follow-on treatment is. So I do appreciate everyone's prayers and thoughts as I roll into that appointment tomorrow.
Amanda said yes, such a bad habit.
He is very much talking about that. He is talking about how easy it is when he was on this earth to kind of roll into what he wanted to do instead of what he knew he should do. He is also talking about that he didn't treat you with the respect that you deserved, and he absolutely wants to apologize for that. And it's not like he was a terrible person. It's not like he was mean to you. He's not saying any of that. He just always, oh, thank you. I will take all the good thoughts and positive energies. He is very much talking about, he didn't realize what a gift you were to him. Like, you were always building him up. You were always encouraging him. You were always seeing the best in him. And he didn't reciprocate that. And he's talking about how sorry he is. He wished he had done a better job of being a partner to you. He's also saying he laughed at me, and he is saying, and right now she is on the other side of that screen saying, no, he was good. He was a great boyfriend. He was this, he was that. And so just know that as you are on the other side, not really taking what he's saying to you, he is acknowledging that. You see, Amanda, he told me that. He told me that you were on the other side of the screen saying, no, he was good to me. So a sign that he is around you, that he's absolutely, he's saying that he wished that he would have taken more of the quiet moments with you. And what he is showing me is the little things that you do together, going for walks. And for whatever reason, he's showing me a picnic. I don't know if you wanted to go on picnics with him and he never would, or if that was something y'all enjoyed doing and didn't do enough of them, but he is definitely showing me a picnic. He wished y'all had gone on more picnics together. He is showing me that you wear something that reminds you of him. And he very much appreciates that you have not lost your love for him. He is also saying that he understands no guilt if you go on with someone else, and he understands that, I'm sorry, I have another spirit busting in. I was trying to push them back, so I finished my reading with him. That there's no guilt. He wants you to go on and find happiness. He wants you to go on. You're going to be on this earth a long time without him, and he wants you to find happiness and companionship. All right, thank you, Eli. Real quick, I'm seeing several babies over there, and they are grouped together. And I'm not sure if it's, honestly, if it's 2 girls and a boy or 3 girls, but I'm seeing a lot of pink around them. I'm not convinced they took a breath on this earth. I'm seeing that during the pregnancy of them, there was like great lengths taken to save them, like for the mom to carry them to term. Like this lady was on bed rest. I'm seeing in and out of the hospital. There was great lengths taken to get these babies to term. Nails by Ashley. These are your babies. You have I'm seeing, of course, as moms, we always feel like that when something happens to our babies like that, we want to blame ourselves. We should have, would have, could have done something. These babies are very much telling me you went to great lengths. You did everything within your power to get this pregnancy to term. 2 boys and a girl. Okay. I am so sorry, honey. Oh my goodness. I can't fathom. I just cannot even fathom that. The girl especially is making a big presence. She is, like, I am seeing so much pink around them. This little girl has such a strong spirit about her. They are showing me, I know that they're showing me they send you a lot of angels. And when I say that, I know that they're not sending you actual angels in front of you. So whenever spirit sends you angels, think of it outside the box, where you will see an angel, a cloud that looks like an angel. You walk into a store and you see a picture. You see an angel book somewhere. I'm seeing a lot of angel energy around these babies, and they're saying that they send you angels. So make sure you're thinking outside the box whenever you're looking for angels. That's definitely a sign they send to you. They also are showing me that they're messing with the electricity in your house. So anything, your electronics, like I'm seeing some lights flickering, I'm seeing a TV blipping. So just know that those are ways that your babies are showing that they are around you. Now, when you think about a baby and how I can communicate with a baby, your baby was not someone who could communicate on earth, but their soul is eternal. So it's their soul I am communicating with, not the infant body that was here on earth, but their eternal soul that has crossed over into heaven. Now, when I ask them who they're with, because I know a lot of people want to know who their kids are with, I'm hearing I thought I was going to say grandmother, but no, this is a great-grandmother, and this great-grandmother has an L name, like a Linda, Letitia, something like that. So just know, Ashley, that your babies are with a great-grandmother that has an L name, Linda, Letitia, something like that. All right. Thank you so very much for letting me read your babies, and I'm so sorry for your loss. All right. I was trying to decide if I was going to take the spirit stepping up or if I was going to
I know.
my moderator knows me long enough that he can tell he knows my tells. If you have watched me read long enough, you know my tells when I have the spirit stepping up on me. I'm like, don't want to take you, or am I going to go with spirit led? All right, we'll take this dude. I have a gentleman stepping up. He's letting me know he was in his 30s and he died of gun violence. I'm hearing at the wrong place at the wrong time. He had a mouth on him, so he was popping off at people frequently. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind. He could actually be kind of jerky sometimes, he's saying, but he certainly did not deserve to die of gun violence. I'm also seeing that I'm not sure that his passing was drug related, but he definitely liked to imbibe a little bit. I'm not convinced he had a full-blown habit, but he definitely liked to imbibe in drugs. He is also showing me that I'm hearing a D name associated with him. David, Danny, Deidre, just know there is a D name associated with him. All right, so does this gentleman feel what are you saying to me? Okay, so he is saying that he hasn't been over there very long. So he is also someone, okay, where's the person who said her fiance was murdered in August? Yeah, he was just saying he hasn't been over here very long. Was someone talking about a fiance murdered? Do you remember that?
I do recall.
Okay. So Kelly, does it sound like your brother?
Sherry Lee. My only brother was murdered in August. I'd love to hear that. Sherry Lee.
Okay, so my brother was murdered in August by a crackhead. Okay, very good. Not very good that happened. Sorry, Sherry. But that I could feel that there was drugs around him, but I could tell that he was not an addict. Okay, so Sherry, who is this D name around your brother? I don't think it's his name. It feels like it's someone around him who had a D name.
He was not in his 30s, but she was.
Oh, okay. Okay, very good. Very good. Thank you. I will take that. He was very much Okay, so I almost didn't take him. I don't know. Oh, his son is. Oh my
His son-in-law.
goodness.
Yeah, right.
Oh, how terrible. So for those of y'all watching, I was asking who this D name was, and it was his son-in-law, Damon, who did CPR on him. That is awful, Sherry. I'm so sorry. Poor Damon. Um, there was and I know that this won't make Damon feel better or anyone feel better, but I will tell you what he's saying. There was absolutely no saving him. He was gone. There was no amount of CPR he was saying that was going to bring him back. His daughter witnessed it. Oh my goodness, Sherry, the story just keeps getting worse and worse. Oh my goodness. So that's just terrible. So he is very much. Oh, that's okay, Melissa. I knew who you were talking. I knew what you meant, Christy. It was no big deal, but thank you. He is very much saying that he is at peace, and I know how I would feel if I was in your shoes and there would be no peace in my life. But he is saying that he very much wants y'all to understand that the universe is the great equalizer, and to please try your best to bring some joy, some purpose out of his passing. And this man had such a big heart. He had such a huge capacity to forgive and for love. And he is saying to tap into that. He is also saying that he wants to thank Damon. Damon tried, oh my goodness, that man tried his best. He gave it all he got. And he wants to thank him for that. Also, I don't know if Damon has done any counseling, but he keeps replaying that moment over in his head, rightly so. And he needs some grief counseling. He needs to process that. I know that was just in August. Oh my goodness, that was just so recently. Sherry, what a terrible, terrible time for your family. I'm so sorry. You would love to know where the keys are. Okay, I don't know what keys you're talking about, but when I said, where are the keys? He's showing me, I don't think they're going to be found. He's showing me in grass next to a ditch. So there were keys that he had on him when he passed that night, is what I'm feeling. Yes, that's what I'm feeling. His car keys are all gone. I'm feeling that they were on him that night, and the impact sent them flying. They are back where he passed. I'm feeling they're back where he passed. And when he's laying down, and I don't know if you know how he was positioned when he fell, but they were I'm feeling to his right in the grass next to a ditch. He was in his driveway. Sherry, this story is just keeps getting worse. How could you be that close to home and have that happen to you? My goodness. They're not going to be found. I know that's terrible. I would love to sit here and say, oh yeah, they're not going to be found. I would love it to be just last night I had someone on here saying, oh yes, my husband's wedding ring was right where you said it was. I would love to be able to deliver that to everyone, but those aren't going to be found. Thank you so much, Sherry, for letting me read your, was this her dad? Her brother? Who was this to her? Brother. What a terrible, terrible. he wants his family to know to be looking for the cardinals. So y'all start looking for the cardinals. He said wherever you are, cardinals are kind of getting out of season, so start looking for them on cards and things like that. All right, thank you so much, Sherry, for letting me read him. And I'm so sorry for y'all's loss. Okay, who we got now?
Maddie, Grandpa, Gary.
Maddie, Grandpa, Gary. All right, thank you for the hearts. All right, Maddie, we got your Grandpa Gary coming up here. All right. Grandpa Gary, I'm feeling, was a good old country boy. He is stepping up in jeans. He's wearing a belt, kind of like a, and it has a visible belt buckle. Also, he is showing me that he has like a belly hanging over his belt. It's not judgment. He's just showing it to me. And he's wearing a button-up shirt. He is also showing me a full head of hair. So this gentleman was able to keep his hair. I'm very proud of that. He liked his hair. So does this sound like your Grandpa Gary, Miss Maddie? So Maddie. Have you noticed how much easier it is when it's subscription only to get the readings going? I wonder why that is.
He wore that outfit the day I was born.
Aww, he wore that outfit the day you were born. Oh my goodness. So you have pictures of him and that with, that's so sweet. Oh my goodness. And for him to, did he die of cancer? He is showing me very much something, I know, isn't that cute that he wore that out? He's presenting in the outfit he wore on the day she was born. That is so cute. I absolutely love that. So when I said, whatever I said, I absolutely love that, your grandfather said, I knew you would, talking to me. So that was very sweet. He's also showing me there is a smell that you associate, sudden heart attack. Someone around him died of cancer. He is showing me, it's actually a female. She's stepping up with him. So there he's over there. It's very important for you to know. I don't know why, unless you've been thinking about it. He wants you to know he is with the female that died of cancer.
His father?
No, it's a female. It's a female over there with him. He's showing me that died. Oh, okay. Okay, there you go. It was very important that you knew that he was with this female. He's also talking about, you associate a certain smell with him, and he wants you to know that that is him you are smelling. So you have recognized the smell associated with him, and you have kind of blown it off, which I do that myself. Like the other day, I was in my hall closet. I opened it up and closed it, and I almost had a spirit like push me forward. And I was like, what is that? And I opened up the door, and it smelled like my grandmother. So if you're not paying attention, sometimes you will not recognize the signs. So please make sure you're paying attention. Your grandfather has been trying to have you remember him through the smell. He's also showing me that you are, is this your kids that are around you or someone else? He shows me you hanging out with a lot of kids. And
tell him thank you for saving my brother's life.
Whenever you said that, he does this. Like, you're welcome. He shows me, when I say you're around a lot of kids, I don't know that it's a lot, but you feel very busy with children. And he is telling you to make sure you take time for yourself. He is also telling me that you have a lot of going on in your head. Like, you need to, this is no judgment, you need to kind of settle down your squirrel brain, Miss Maddie. You know that squirrel brain we all get where it's like ping, 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 ping. So how you do that is, he is saying, start journaling, start getting your thoughts out on paper. You actually have a gift with words. Start honoring that. I'm a daycare teacher and studying to be a child life specialist in college. I'm very stressed. Okay, very good. I was going to say, I can tell you are very busy with children. I could just see all these children running around you. You're going to be very good at it. you just have such a heart for children. I can't tell you how much I love to feel that in people. Definitely start trying to journal, though. It kind of will get some of those feelings out. All right. Thank you, Miss Maddie, for letting me read your grandpa. All right. Should we do some psychic? Do you want to do some psychic real quick? You want to pop your...
Testing. She'll be looking out for my neurology appointment.
Is there something I should be looking out for in your neurology appointment? You know, whenever I saw that, I was seeing you just need to go in with an open mind and listen to your doctor. You are absolutely with the right people.
Jules wants to know where her brother's policies are.
Okay, so Jules' brother, can you please come here?
Jules' brother, Chucky.
Chucky. Where are your policies? He's taking me to the bottom drawer of my filing cabinet so if you go to my filing cabinet, I have on the bottom drawer, I have just all of our, what's in there? The tax returns thrown in there. He's showing me under those tax returns so I'm not sure if he's referencing the bottom drawer or under his tax returns. They're not filed where they should be. They're just thrown in a drawer. So does he have a filing cabinet? Look in that filing cabinet and they're just thrown under some things. They're actually mixed in.
Matt wants to know if he'll finish his PhD.
Yes, Matt. Don't give up. Make it happen. I'm feeling a lot of positive energy from that. I'm feeling that you are tired, but you're about to get a second wind. We're going to call someone from Spirit. Can someone from Spirit send Matt? Who should we call on? Let's call Gabriel.
Matt? What'd you say?
I'm feeling Gabriel to go and help Matt, give him some extra wind for his PhD.
Fantastic.
Okay. Who else? What else we got?
Jackie, will I open my energy healing business around March of 23? And will it be successful?
Okay, so, okay.
Jackie,
I'm feeling that you are going to open it, but what I'm feeling is that you are going to get discouraged because you're expecting it to take off. It's going to be a solid business. Don't give up. Like I feel you getting frustrated. Energy businesses, psychic medium businesses are very hard to get kicked off. And I am feeling you getting a little frustrated and going to give up. Don't give up. It will make it if you keep pushing forward. So I'm feeling that it's not going to be successful if you give into the getting frustrated. Push through that. Push through that to the other side.
Alyssa, will my Aunt Renee beat pancreatic cancer?
I'm feeling that your Aunt Renee has a very tough battle ahead of her. And I would very much just keep surrounding her in a lot of prayer, a lot of healing energy. So I would keep sending her a lot of healing energy.
Trina, will I ever sell my house?
Yes, I feel like you will. There's a couple of things on your house I'm feeling like need to be fixed. Like it's a couple of things that are turning people off. And it's not a big deal. But I feel like it's been mentioned to you. There's a couple of things that people, and if you fix those certain things, you will be good.
Nia, maybe? Did my sister who just passed away have life insurance?
No, I had just tapped that. I was about to answer it. I don't feel like she did. Let's see, Natasha wants to know if she has met her future spouse yet. No, I'm not feeling you have. Okay, do I get any signs from my papa or aunt that I can recognize? Okay, so what do you get from your papa? Have you seen a frog lately? The person who asked if they get any signs from their papa or aunt. I said, what? That is the weirdest thing. Have you seen frogs lately? I have not seen a frog in 100 years, in a long time. Maybe not 100 years, but a long time. Anyway, I was very much seeing this frog for some reason. I don't know what it is about. Hopefully that resonates with you, or you know what he's talking about. Sometimes I just have to say what these spirits are saying, because I don't even know. Don't even know what they're doing over there. Don't even know what's going over there in the spirit world today. Okay, so let's see. Let's hop back over and let's do a couple of more readings.
Matt?
Okay, so she said, yes, a weird slimy frog, a kind we normally don't see. Yesterday, we took pictures of it. I'm telling y'all can't make this up. So she was asking about a sign from her papa. I was like, I'm seeing a frog. I don't even know what the heck. And she said she had a weird slimy one that they took a picture of just yesterday. So there you go. Don't even know what these spirits are doing. A frog. I just want you to know that your papa, whoever sent that frog, is like laughing his butt off. He thinks that's hysterical. He's like slapping his leg, laughing about this frog that he sent you. Because it's so weird. Why am I having an alarm going off? That was weird. That was very odd. The alarm on my phone just went off. Okay. Who am I reading next?
Matt, Grandpa, Maxwell.
Okay, so Matt, first thing when I was talking about, when I said, okay, Grandpa Maxwell, in my head, I'm thinking, I love that name. It's just so classy. And I don't know, I just love that name, Maxwell. And from Spirit, I was hearing, well, I don't like it. It's like way too effing formal for me. There you go. I'm also feeling from this gentleman stepping up. He was extremely patriotic. He was patriotic to the point of almost being annoying. And, I'm pretty patriotic. My husband was in the service for 28 years, so I'm patriotic. He would almost have bugged me with it. He's also showing me that he was, he had opinions and wasn't afraid to speak them, but he also allowed other people to speak their opinion also. So yes, he had Pliny's opinions, but he didn't shove them down people's throat. He very much understood that everyone had their own point of view, and he was willing to let them speak it. This man was a man of God. And I'm not saying that he was a Bible thumper who threw the Bible at people to turn them to Jesus, which never works in case anyone's curious, but he very much was a man of God, had a great faith, and believed in an afterlife. All right, so Matt, does that sound like your grandpa? Matt. Let's see if we can get Matt stepping up. Matt. Has anyone seen Matt? Is Matt in the... Oh, that's him, Ocean Traveler?
Yes.
Okay. So, Matt, he is very much telling me that you yourself have been really contemplating earth, life, God. And he is very much saying that God is so much more than we give him credit for. And he said, I use that term loosely because God does not have a gender. He is very much saying that you have started like a spiritual journey, and a lot of your friends have they don't really understand where you're coming from. I would like to address, someone said they just spent this money on you, and yeah, I'm sorry if you brought a subscription to be on here and I don't get to your reading. I mean, you have to understand there's 100 people here and it's $5. So if you get a reading for $5, you can absolutely count yourself as being blessed, because there's nothing on my website or any appointment you can get from me for $5. So just say that you spent $5 for entertainment purposes. Okay, so Matt, he is also saying that my friends think I'm crazy when I talk. I know, that's what your grandpa was saying. He was very much talking about how he just, But you're on the right path, and you are. You don't need to switch. I was trying to figure out how to word this. You don't need to switch friends, but you are going to start attracting some people that do believe what you believe and who are very much on the same path as you. And are you dating someone? If you're not dating someone or with someone, you're about to meet like a very significant person in your life. Someone who gets you. I'm hearing someone who gets you. Because you're a very multifaceted person. I'm hearing that you have very big thoughts. Was he at peace with his death? Okay, so I'm sorry. You know, your grandpa. He was like, hell no, I wasn't at peace with my death, but I am at peace now. I'm at peace now. Like, I feel like he's showing me that when he was alive, he was very much, felt like he was shortchanged. But when he crossed over, he was like, what the heck was I thinking? I should have been over here a long time ago. Very much is talking about he loves the ability to, he's saying, mess with people. This man loves the ability to be able to, what does he do? What do you do to him? He just completely messes with a lot of your stuff. He's showing me your phone kind of glitching. I don't know if you noticed your phone glitching. He's also showing me some of your electronics have just been acting up like crazy, not just your phone, some of your other stuff. That is absolutely your grandfather kind of messing with you, completely laughing about it. Whatever you play music on has been, he's been messing with that also. That's very cool. He loves that. Your grandpa loves the ability to be able to mess with the electronics and mess with, he's also talking about your grandma. He's talking about that he was so blessed to have found the love of his life. And he's also saying that when you have kids, I don't know why he's saying this, because I don't feel like that you are planning on having kids anytime soon, but he is saying when you have kids, don't forget to name them after him. No pressure, Matt. You must produce a boy and name it after your grandpa. No pressure, but make it happen. All right, thank you so much. All right, who we got next?
Melissa, her brother. Okay.
Her brother who?
Pietro.
Pedro.
E-I-E.
Okay, so Melissa, we're butchering your
Pietro.
brother's name. But
P-I-E.
yeah, I see it on there and I'm still not quite sure how to pronounce it. Pietro. So I'm very sorry for butchering your brother's name. So, but that's what I'm going to try to pull up. Okay. So your brother is, or the person that I'm calling, whenever I say that name, has stepped up and he is saying that he's laughing about it and he's saying that people butchered his name all the time. He also is very much teasing me about, and not in a bad way, don't think that he's being mean about it. He's very much teasing me about my white girl vocabulary. Cannot even make, because his name must have some rolling tongue thing to it, because I can't do that. And so he's very much saying my white girlness can't do that. He got mixed up in a rough crowd. Like, this boy had a very sweet heart, and he is showing me that he made them call him Peach. Now that I can do. I can call you Peach, dude. That I can very much pronounce. He is also showing me that he got mixed up and ran with kind of a rough crowd, and it really wasn't who he was. He's also showing me that he has recently, I don't know if you have kept in touch with his friends after he passed, but some of his friends have recently passed from fentanyl, he's saying. And he is very much talking about, why does my alarm keep going off? That is so weird. It's not even on.
What's wrong?
My alarm. Did you not hear my alarm go off on my phone? My alarm keeps going off and it's not even set. I mean, it's not on. I don't know what's going on there. So he is very much talking about, okay, I'm sorry. One of my guides stepped up and I was trying to get my guide. Yes, someone is messing with my phone and it is one of my guides, and I've known that since like the first time I felt like it was, and the second time it came through my guide. It was one of my people, and so what Pedro is saying, or Peach is saying, is that he has had. Okay, you don't think this is your brother, Pedro. No rough crowd and not sure about the friends doesn't add. Okay, I very much appreciate you saying that, Melissa. I so much appreciate when it doesn't add up saying that. Okay, so whoever you are, if you are Pedro, give me something definitive that she can identify with. Okay, one last thing, Melissa. I told him to give me something definitive that you can identify with. So if this doesn't fit, then we'll figure out who he belongs to. He's showing me that there is, yeah, he is just taking me back to, no, I very much appreciate that, Melissa. I very much appreciate that. He's very much showing me, he took me back to, so I would say we don't have your brother. If the rough crowd and the drugs don't match, then we have someone else here, because he is just very much taking me back to that. Okay, let's see. Someone, who is this? I don't know her name. I am Julia and Cream Marquez, whatever. They both match.
I think it's Cree.
Cream Marquez. Okay, so it looks like we are with. I'm not sure what her name is. Julia and Cree. Cree. Julia and Cree. Okay, so I think we must be with you. He is very much saying that. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Melissa, don't go anywhere. Because as I'm bringing this young man forward, he is turning, and I was like, what are you doing? And he thanked someone behind him for letting him step forward. So don't go anywhere, Melissa. When a spirit does that, that tells me your spirit let him step forward, and your brother will be next. Okay. He is very much saying, Cree, that he made so many mistakes, and he is absolutely honoring that. He's owning that, and he is saying that he wishes he would have made different choices. And on earth, he's showing me that he did not take responsibility for his actions. He was always just kind of doing what he wanted and blaming it on other people, deflecting, very much deflecting. And he wants you to know that he's at peace over there. He's like, I see that I should have taken responsibility for my actions. And he's so thankful that his memory is being kept alive. And y'all do not judge him. He did so many things wrong while he was on earth, he is saying. But y'all don't judge him. Y'all just talk about the good things about him. Y'all always talk about the great memories, all the wonderful things he did. And he very much appreciates that. he is saying that, which I disagree with what he's saying, but I'm going to tell you what he's saying, that y'all honor him and more than he deserved. Now, I know that he deserves all the honor that you're giving him, but he's become very humble over there, and he's very much saying that how much he appreciates it and that y'all honor him way more than he should have. So now he stepped forward. This just says how much this young man has progressed over there, because he very much says, okay, I know. So he can feel that it's time for this next spirit to step up, and he turned and he thanked that spirit for letting him step forward. So now we have your Peach, who was absolutely a he's just a, when I say Peach, when you think of someone named Peach, just sweet and kind and funny and laughing, that is absolutely who this kid was, the kid for on the Peach. He is saying that beautiful smile. This Pedro or Peach had just a beautiful smile about him. He's one of these people that his aura, just being around him, made you feel better. And he's showing me that someone in his family, alive, has 2 dogs. And he messes with those dogs. So whoever it is in your family that has 2 like medium-sized dogs, he completely messes with those dogs. And he absolutely enjoys it. He absolutely, oh, is it you that has the dogs? Absolutely enjoys messing with those dogs. And he also, he's showing me that you have one small and one big. He's showing me that you have some camera. There's some kind of camera around your house. He's showing me my Ring doorbell, but I don't think it's a Ring doorbell you had. It's just a camera you have around your house somewhere. And if you pay attention to that, you'll see his orbs flying in that. Absolutely loves doing that. He loves messing with the orbs. He is also saying that he can hear you talking to him. Tells me that you talk to him all the time, and he wants you to know that he can hear you. And he also talks back to you. Oh, in your son's room. Have you noticed the orbs in that camera, Melissa? Yeah, very much around that all the time. Just know also that when you're talking to your brother, if you want to be quiet for a moment, you have actually. I'm glad. Yes, I love that when people notice this. When you're talking to your brother and you hear the voices dropped in, just know that that is him. I feel you've kind of recognized, like you've thought, is that my brother? No. No, it is him. So just acknowledge that is him around you, and he absolutely loves the fact that you still talk to him. All right, I want to thank everyone for being with me tonight. We've been at it for, almost an hour and a half. So I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight, and I appreciate y'all being here, and I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. I might try to go live tomorrow night. We'll see. I went live last night and tonight. We'll see if it's going to happen tomorrow night. I think I did. I think I posted that I was. So if I said I was going to do it, I do it. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Good evening.